All right, so the second UFC appearance has arrived for the Anchorage, Alaska native Terrence Mitchell. Fought Cameron Simon at UFC 290 back in July. Huge fight atmosphere kind of got the better of him. Didn't have ample preparation time. He has had that in front of this one, Megan O'Leary. We'll see how he fares as a whopping plus 525 underdog tonight.
Yeah, he told us he gained invaluable experience from that fight in July, and now he feels like it is time for redemption. He believes that maybe Raul is overlooking him in this matchup, but he said, listen, I'm going to be a much tougher challenge than anyone is expecting. He wants to come out into this one being fast and furious. Like I said, more comfortable with the experience. He takes a lot from the season of Tough 24, where he was coached by Joseph Benavidez and Henry Cejudo, the opposing coach. There was a lot of success, as you guys know, with Brandon Moreno sitting in the booth from that season. And he wants to be just another member from that cast to come into the octagon, make noise, and make his presence known, DC.
You know, Megan, I asked Terrence, I said, do you feel like you're in here with a guy that they're trying to build? Do you feel disrespected by it? He goes, I'm not a hater. I understand he's 18 years old. I was 18 years old when I started, so I get it. But he believes that his power and experience will just be too much. Because of his wrestling background, he feels like Raul will be forced to stand with him, and he thinks that his precision, his speed, and his power will cause Raul a lot of problems. Terrence Mitchell feels like he's going to get the job done tonight. He was very confident. But I got to tell you one thing, J.A. If he felt like the last atmosphere was big for him, just because it was pay-per-view doesn't mean like it's going to be more hostile than the environment that he's going to be fighting in tonight.
Fair point. He also spoke at length about his connection with fellow Alaskan Jared Cannonier, his lifelong brother. All right, so here he is, the youngest fighter on this UFC roster of 700 plus at present. The phenom, Raul Rosas Jr. And if you don't want to take my word for it that he's a phenom, talk to the guys he trains with. Brandon Moreno, it's amazing how much attention there is on this young man at 18 years of age. Your thoughts on what we've seen so far and what we might see out of him here tonight?
Yeah, like you say, I've been training with him the last 2 years, and he understands all the eyes he put on his back, you know, the target he put on his back. He was like talking a lot, but at the same time he was working. And definitely he lost the last fight, but he took his time to try to recover his mind, to try to recover his body. He went to Russia to get some more training, get more experience, and at the end, we can't forget he's just 18 years old, you know. He has a life to keep evolving his game.
Yeah, and to touch on what Moreno's saying, that being young really means a little bit of a lack of experience, and you're getting your experience in the biggest octagon on earth, which is hard to do. You got the lights, you got the pressure, you got the Spanish, Hispanic, everybody who's from Mexico behind you. That's a lot of extra pressure. But he's really focused on picking up his cardio. That was the main thing. If I have a lot of pressure, if I'm trying to make up experience, I got to make my cardio through the roof. So no matter how much adrenaline I have, no matter any adrenaline dumps, I can get through it because my cardio is there. Besides that, I need to attack the body early so I can take the cardio of my opponent and set up my shots.
"18 years of age, competing on the greatest stage in mixed martial arts. That is something." Here's your tail of the tape. Raul Rosas Jr., born in 2004. He's 18. Terrence Mitchell, 33. 1 inch the difference in height. No issues on the scale for either man. 7 inches in reach for the American Terrence Mitchell. All right, now for the introductions. Back inside Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 14 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 135 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Anchorage, Alaska, Terrence Mitchell. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 7 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Raul El Nino Problema Rosas Jr. When the action begins, our referee in charge, Mark Smith.
Final assignment of the night for Mark Smith. Terrence Mitchell, plus 525 on the underdog side. Raul Rosas Jr., the minus 750 favorite. If you are curious, he was a minus 240 betting favorite in his loss to Christian Rodriguez back at UFC 287. This fight clock is brought to you by Jimmy John's. Rosas Jr. in green, Mitchell in white. Nice jab by the kid early.
And both of these guys sprint out the gate. I see the 8-minute mark being a real difference maker for these guys. That's right at the halfway point of the fight. If they don't get each other out before that, it's going to be interesting to watch.
These boys throwing, man.
Oh! Good connection by Rosas Jr. Forces a shot from Mitchell.
I mean, both guys are like...
Rosas Jr. with a huge left!
Jeez.
All over him.
He stiffed him.
Nice mount, straight to mount to finish it strong.
Mitchell covers up. Back to do it. No submission needed tonight. Raul Rosas Jr. Wow.
What an amazing job for Raul Rosas Jr. I mean, both guys speed starters, fast starters, but in the moment when we start with the exchanges, Raul Rosas was able to connect the better punches.
This kid can crack. We know he can choke and grapple Daniel Cormier in stunned silence down there. You got to be kidding me with this kid. 18.
Unbelievable. Look at his mom. She's so filled with emotion. The kid fought angry tonight. He was mad because of what happened last time. Look at this. I mean, Terrence just dives in there, and then Raul hits him with the big left, stiffs him. Terrence goes back, falls down. Raul jumps on him. I mean, this ground and pound is nasty, too. That left hand hits him right on the button. He goes stiff. You knew that Terrence was fighting too nervous. He was going to leave something open. And once Rosas got him, I mean, he took his back and just tried to put his head through the mat. What a performance by the young man.
Well, I hesitate to say Raul Rosas Jr. is back, but man, this is a huge result. First knockout in the UFC, had one prior. Have a night, young man. Raul Rosas Jr. gets a hot mic as Noche UFC continues live. right, so here is the 30-fight veteran, Christos Giagos, making the walk for his 10th UFC appearance. And Dom, a few months after you unceremoniously disposed of Takeya Mizugaki in your return fight in 2014, this dude fought Gilbert Burns in his UFC debut at UFC 179. More than one UFC stint, but this version is absolutely his best to date.
Oh, it definitely is. And the people that we've seen Giagos fight have really just tried to take him down and keep him there because he's so hard to deal with on the feet. Has he been knocked out? Of course, but that's not the easy way to take this man out. The way to take him out is try to get a hold of him, drag him to the floor, and keep him there because he's got power in all of his limbs, and he has a way to find your chin and find those finishes. So don't sleep on Christos Giagos because otherwise you'll go night-night.
Of course, but I mean, this fight is very interesting for Giagos because, I mean, he had some struggles with grapplers, high-level grapplers in the past, but this is not the case. I mean, Daniel Zellhuber is not the fighter who tried to take the fight to the ground. So I think it's a good matchup for Christos Giagos, who can prove a little bit more about his striking, like his last fight against Ricky Glenn.
You know, Christos Giagos is a guy that's on the up, even though he's a little older. He said in the build-up this week that he's found cold plunge therapy. Every day he goes in there. He said he feels like putting yourself through misery is a good thing, and suffering becomes happiness. That's a great approach by this man as he comes out to that Hulk Hogan walkout.
I like
Take
to see
me back to
cold
WrestleMania
plunge,
3. I don't like cold plunge, John.
Oh, well, a lot of the loudest ovations this week, Brandon, have been reserved for this man out of Mexico City, Daniel Zellhuber. Eric Nixick is in his corner, so obviously you've spent some time with this man in Las Vegas. Trains out of Extreme Couture, and that Sean Strickland win has really elevated that whole room, and Daniel Zellhuber has his moment to arrive here tonight in Vegas.
Yeah, I know very well Daniel Zellhuber. Actually, he trained with my boxing coach, Jorge Capetillo.
Yeah.
After his UFC debut against Trey Ogden, he decided to move there with Capetillo and start to work a little bit with his boxing. He told me a lot of different things, like the first concern that he had was the volume and the speed with the hands, but he was working a lot of that, and I mean, he was doing a lot of sparring sessions right now, like 47 rounds of boxing and a lot of mixed martial arts, so he's prepared for this one.
You talk about Zellhuber's debut, Brandon, and he had this to say about it. He goes, I remember feeling a bit sad fighting in the Apex. He said that I was born to fight in front of the people. He said, so going to Kansas City and fighting in his second UFC fight against Lando Venata, a fight where on paper many thought it might be tougher than the Trey Ogden fight. He said to be able to be in front of people where he belongs really did motivate him. So if he took strength in that, in Kansas City, imagine what he's feeling now, fighting in Vegas on Mexican Independence Day with a crowd solely behind him.
And that UFC debut against Trey Ogden also came on Mexican Independence Day weekend. We'll see how it goes for Zellhuber tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ready to go with this matchup at lightweight. Here's your tail of the tape, Daniel Zellhuber. 3-1 favorite tonight, he's 24. Christos Giagos, 33. 3 inches the gap in height. We'll see if Zellhuber can maximize what is a 5.5-inch advantage in reach. All right, now for the introductions, back inside to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 20 wins, 10 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Deerfield Beach, Florida, Christos the Spartan Giagos. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 13 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Mexico City, Mexico, Daniel Golden Boy Zellhuber. And the action begins. Our referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
Jason Herzog, our referee. He will also handle the co-main event between Jack Della Maddalena and Kevin Holland. Sort of interesting, Christos Giagos has Sean Soriano in his corner. He beat that man at UFC 262. That did not come up in my preparation.
First round, fight, are you ready? Fight, are you ready? Fight!
This fight clock is brought to you by Cuervo. Daniel Zellhuber is in red, Christos Giagos in black.
The biggest thing I noticed with Zellhuber and watching his striking is the distance that he keeps. He manages distance better than a lot of people. I mean, that right hand of Giagos right off the bat lands, but his distance management, Zellhuber, keep an eye out for that. It's so nice.
Zellhuber has had 18 months and 3 training camps under Eric Nixick at Extreme Couture. Giagos changes levels, misses to the body.
It's kind of what I mean. You see how guys are just barely missing Zellhuber. He keeps that distance just out of sight, and then when you come in, he makes you pay.
And I mean, like you say, Dominic, I mean, watch how Daniel Zellhuber is never passing that invisible wall between him and Christos. He's always in the right spot, trying to go with the straight punches. Obviously, he needs to be careful with those exchanges with Christos Giagos, because he's cutting the distance very quick.
Yeah, Christos Giagos, as the smaller guy, has to manage getting into range without taking any damage. And to this point, he's done a good job of that. He's kind of dipping his head off to the center line, off to the right, and it's
He's got him hurt, and now Zellhuber's on the ropes.
Beautiful job by Giagos. He's just really not staying on a straight line going into Zellhuber.
And what a recovery by the Mexican fighter after the early onslaught from Giagos.
And that's why we've seen everybody that Giagos fights, they take him down early, because these are the opportunities he creates for himself. You can't sleep on him, because he will find a way to connect, and he's got heavy hands.
Giagos was largely a wrestler when he knocked the UFC door down nearly 10 years ago. He's made major strides in his striking at Kill Cliff FC.
One of the best camps in all of mixed martial arts. These guys are so focused on improvement. A big team, but they have a big team and have somehow managed to still make everybody feel special and continue to evolve their guys. Hats off to Henry Hoof and the staff over there.
I'm telling you, Henry Hoof, right? Never takes credit, always keeps a low profile. He has worked wonders with so many fighters. Midway point of round 1.
Let's see, I mean, interesting first round for Daniel Zellhuber. I mean, I remember too much his debut in Dana White Contender Series. He has a really hard first round against his Brazilian opponent, but he showed a lot of durability, and he was able to recover. And, man, his takedown defense is amazing. Daniel Zellhuber is something he did very well.
Yeah, showed that off there. Zellhuber, also a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Great frame for this lightweight division.
And you know, that's part of what makes Zellhuber so tough, his takedown defense, because that range. It's hard to shoot on him because he keeps that kicking range, so you telegraph your shots, you're far away, and now you have the space. He has the space he needs to stuff the takedowns. I mean, it's just a mixture of both. It helps his striking and his takedown defense at the same time because he's so tall.
Giagos had to postpone his honeymoon to take this fight. Heads to Greece next week.
Those uppercuts are getting really close.
Yeah, they are. The way he rolls under the shots to land, really impressive by Giagos. So Hoover's gonna have to do something different. He's gonna have to go forward and really start to force Giagos to throw defensively opposed to setting up his attacks.
1 minute to go in the round. There's the shot that hurt Zellhuber earlier in the round.
I love what you said, DC, about how Giagos is able to go underneath, and that's why you're seeing Zellhuber look for the uppercuts, because he's dipping his head, but that's also why Giagos is able to land the overhands.
Actually, that works like a feint. I mean, it's not just explosion going forward, right? It's the head movement.
Nice kick.
Yes, Zellhuber starting to find his range here late in the round. Inside leg kick for Giagos.
Well, you saw Zellhuber start to put on the pace a little bit, and Giagos immediately shot on him to remind him, hey, if you start getting crazy, if you start getting reckless, I'm going to try to take you down. And once again, now Zellhuber starts to stay back at range opposed to pressure.
All right, Big night for the betting favorites thus far. Strong start for the underdog Christos Giagos, round 2 on the other side.
What's up? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, grab a seat. Couple deep breaths for me. Good. So he's trying to come over top the jab with the overhand, right?
Yeah.
So we can do one or two things about it. We can create a car crash with the elbow, or we need to start occupying his right hand with our left kick, right? Either the same side or just keep throwing it up there, but there's no reason why he's able to get through our length, okay? So you gotta start working that jab hand.
Yeah? You're doing fucking great. Stay sharp. Stay sharp.
Water?
Yeah, give him a little one.
Get those feints going, man, and take the center. Don't be hanging on the fence too much.
That's it.
All right. Other than that, you're fucking beautiful.
Yeah, and when you want to use a wrestling, let's use that as a counter, right?
Okay.
When he's trying to strike, we'll counter with the wrestling.
Got it.
Everything else is great. Keep fucking working.
Beautiful.
Dana White's Contender Series is heating up your summer with the best prospects from around the world, all competing for a UFC contract in front of Dana and the UFC brass. Watch it every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, only on ESPN+. Dom, you acknowledge the work of Sean Soriano in the corner of Christos Giagos after round 1.
Oh yeah, Giagos, I mean, they're telling him exactly. He needs to counter the offense of Zellhuber with wrestling in that right hand. Keep meeting him with the right hand. Smart.
Yeah, at the same time, I mean, for Zellhuber, the corner was very clear. Eric Nixon say, hey man, you need to keep busy with his right hand, you know, with the kicks, with the defense, with the elbows. I mean, because he had an amazing round, Christos Giagos, you know.
Yeah, you're right, Moreno. I mean, he's saying throw that right high kick so you shut, or throw that left high kick so you shut down the right hand of Giagos. If he's defending, he can't throw his right hand.
I just don't understand how Zellhuber can just continue to get hit with the same punch over and over again. He's got to start to do something different. Giagos has landed that right hand 5 times the moment he goes forward. Zellhuber's doing a really good job with his right hand, making sure he's not hit with any hooks. But that left hand, he might be carrying it too low, because Giagos has done a great job of timing his burst and landing.
Left hand for Zellhuber. Giagos really not biting on a lot of these feints. Good connection there by Christos.
Zellhuber's little hook in there landed really nice.
Nice double.
I mean, this kid has great takedown defense. His balance is sick.
Yeah.
Let's see if Christos Giagos can get that takedown. I mean, the defense of Daniel Zellhuber is amazing, but at the same time, Christos Giagos is doing something very smart. He's keeping Daniel Zellhuber busy in the fight.
He's not taking him down. I mean, the kid's takedown defense is unreal. I thought you were lying when you said that.
Ha.
Hey, never. I'm not a liar.
I didn't know they wrestle like that in Mexico, Brandon.
We call Mexican wrestling.
Trains in America, DC. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Zellhuber holding up physically against one of the stronger guys in the division in Giagos.
And Zellhuber's had a much better second round. Landed a lot of kicks so far. He's been hit, but not nearly as often as he was in round number 1.
Good jab there by Zellhuber, one of his best weapons.
Also, Giagos' team is wanting him to conduct the center of the octagon, and right now he's on the fence. That supports Zellhuber with the length and the distance that he can have and the speed. Giagos want to get off that fence, and right there, stay in the center.
Drop down right hand lands again for Giagos.
And Daniel Zellhuber, step by step, he's getting his rhythm, you know, he's putting a little bit more pressure, keeping that distance, you know, keeping that invisible wall between him and Christos Giagos. And every single time Christos Giagos is putting pressure and exploring forward, I think Daniel Zellhuber is responding better than the first round.
Oh, that right hand hurt him. That right hand right there hurt him.
Oh,
look at that dark choke.
That's an anaconda that's locked in. That's it.
That's it. Viva Mexico!
And that's a finished anaconda, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it looks like.
That's terrible. That's crazy how quickly he got into that. For Giagos to have such a good first round and then fall into it and get himself put into submission. That started with the right hand in close, that hurt him and made him panic wrestle. And the one thing you can't do is panic wrestle.
Well, the Mexicans inside T-Mobile Arena have been waiting to pop off, and Zellhuber gave them a reason to do so.
And we've seen everybody, the Giagos fights, they grapple him, look to take him down, look to keep him on the ground, and those are the openings he gives.
All right, now a look at tonight's freaky fast finish brought to you by Jimmy John's. Brandon Moreno, you can take it away once you see pictures, my man.
Two things for me. The left hook of Daniel Zellhuber going with the right hand. He turns the face of Christos Giagos. And then this transition immediately, like Daniel Cormier said, you know, going with the right hand, then Christos Giagos going backwards with the panic shoot immediately. The amazing thing on defense of Daniel Zellhuber and him taking advantage of his long arms, you know, 77 in reach of the arms, and immediately getting the Anaconda choke. Viva Mexico.
Viva Mexico is right. The Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Daniel Zellhuber, moving to 14-1 overall at just 24 years of age. He gets a hot microphone next as we continue live. Well, it is almost time to run it back next month from Abu Dhabi, live on pay-per-view. The lightweight king Islam Makhachev will look to defeat the man from whom he wrested the belt away last year, Brazilian sensation Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira. UFC 294, Saturday, October 21st. You can buy it right now on ESPN Plus pay-per-view in the U.S., UFC.com/PPV, everywhere else. Can't wait to get back to the Etihad tonight, though, T-Mobile Arena. And now it is time for the official decision, brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 26 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by submission due to an anaconda choke, Daniel Golden Boy Zellhuber.
Here with Daniel Zellhuber. Daniel, you got your sombrero on, you look good, you feel good. How good does it feel to have a performance like this?
Primero que nada, quiero decirle a toda mi gente de aquí que ¡Viva México, cabrones! No, you know, it was a very tough fight. I was expecting a hard fight in Giagos, but bro, he hit hard as fuck. Like, I couldn't believe that. When the first moment that he got me, I was like, oh shit. But you know, my coach Eric told me, just keep composed, keep doing what you're doing. And I don't know, you know, I know that he was about to shoot, and I just saw the opportunity. Thanks to my coach Christian Del Mar, he showed me that shit. So thank you very much.
That's 3 cuss words in one answer. Let's take a look at your work up here, man. You heard him with the right hand, and that's when he shot. You're a long guy for the weight class. Do anaconda and dart strokes work for you? Because you jumped on the anaconda right away.
It's something that I work a lot with my team. And for being real with you, I was expecting in this fight get a submission. I was coming here for a knockout, but you know, this is MMA, so anything could happen.
You made your UFC debut on Mexican Independence Day in the Apex. Tonight you get to fight on Mexican Independence Day in the T-Mobile Arena. Talk about the difference and how good it is to fight in front of this crowd.
Oh, you know, it's a big difference. Toda mi raza, toda mi gente, it fills me up with energy. I'm born to fight for the people. I'm a crown fighter, you know. I'm here to fight for the people. And, you know, I'm just so excited that I finally have my Independence Day victory here in the UFC.
That was a tremendous performance. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Daniel Zellhuber.
That was my first time watching Daniel Zellhuber fight live. That kid is something, a very interesting injection of talent in what is the consensus deepest division in the UFC, 155 pounds. And if you don't know now, you know. 2-0 for the boss man Dana White tonight on his Instagram segment. If you don't know.
We need the body. Time up here. Time up. Time up. Back up. Back up.
and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Dallas Hahn, Executive Director Jeff Mullen. Our three judges scoring this contest from Octagon side are Mike Bell, Zali Amato, and Junichiro Kamijo. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Herb Dean. And now, for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Muay Thai kickboxer, holding a professional record, 23 wins, 4 losses. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 124 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan, presenting the former UFC flyweight champion and the #1 ranked UFC flyweight contender in the world, the challenger, Valentina Bullet Shevchenko. And now, introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 16 wins, 3 losses. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 124 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Alexa Grasso!
All right, ladies, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're going to keep this clean. Touch gloves. Let's do it.
Ready, ready, straight.
Bien, respira profundo, profundo.
Diego?
Profundo por la nariz.
¿Tu pecho?
Profundo. ¿Quieres agüita? Dame otros 5 segundos más. Profundo por la nariz, por la nariz. Perfecto. Hay que confiar más en tus counter, Ruf, ¿ok? En cuanto llegue y ataque, contragolpeamos. Baja tu centro de gravedad. Va a estar tratando de derribar o cerrar el clinch. Mete más tus manos, confía más en los counters, por favor, Diego.
Ok, está viniendo en el mismo plano, está tratando de los 3 minutos arriba y los últimos 2 minutos está tratando de derribar, ok?
Ajá.
Ele vem mais abaixo, recuerda, finta un poquito más, sabe que tuvieron mucho suceso en la primera pelea.
Fight.
Не подходи на те дистанции, на которых ты не должна работать. Она тебя расслабляет, и поэтому это. Зачем это? В гвардии она себя плохо чувствует. Имей в виду. Но там не расслабляйся. Понятно, да? Массаж делай. Понятно, да? Там не расслабляйся ни в коем случае.
Вот такое просто на обмене один удар и получается и как бы чуть-чуть. А так все остальное, просто смотри за ее ударами, четко перекрывайся, хорошо? Четко перекрывайся также на дистанции, и также работай и броски. И также там ее держи, хорошо?
Капа, капа, капа. У тебя?
Seconds out. Off the stool. Right.
fue excelente.
Sentadita. Profundo por la nariz. ¿Te acuerdas? Esto ya lo habíamos entrenado, ¿ok? Profundo por la nariz, pero gordo. Gordo, te quiero aquí. Aquí te quiero, ¿ah? Profundo. Llevamos 2-1, ¿ok? Llevamos 2-1. Tenemos que apretar. No tenemos que permitir que entre el derribo otra vez, ¿ok? Seguimos boxeando. Inviértele más al cuerpo, por favor. Necesito más golpes al cuerpo. Diego.
Justamente eso, ¿sabes?
Не пропускай удар, она ловит тебя на удар.
Так же заходи и не отпускай, смотри позицию, хорошо? 2 раунда. Не уступать, блин, нафиг, держать и все на силе воли, блин, и работать как нужно.
Не подходи близко, понятно, да? Она тебя расслабляет, не подходи близко.
Fight.
go.
Давай, воду. Воду. Валя, надо вытянуть. Понятно?
Надо
вытянуть.
Переигрывай.
Нельзя уставать. Надо двигаться, заставлять себя двигаться.
Не оставайся на той дистанции, где она может тебя достать. Не оставайся там.
И бросать, хорошо? Не попадайся в такие дурацкие ситуации, где она там коленом что-то била, переводила. Держи ее.
Она же ждет этого
Будь
броска.
аккуратен. Вот такие, как на ногу, она тебе зашла, смотри, понятно? Не вздумай сейчас там где-то допустить и опоздать, понятно? Нигде не опаздывай. Вытянуть, понятно?
Ты должна переиграть, Вась. Сделай последний раунд. Смотри.
see Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko go the 25-minute championship distance here in Las Vegas. Their lives, professionally speaking, forever linked.
That's for sure.
Perhaps this series does not end here.
But it just shows, right, how competitive these two are. And I believe that we could match them up as many times as we want, and we would still see these types of fights every time.
This shows you just how world-class Guadalajara's Alexa Grasso is, going toe-to-toe over 5 hard with the former queen, Valentina
Look at this
Shevchenko.
back leg kick from Shevchenko early on in the fight. Grasso was able to eat that like nothing and just keep going. Nice double leg. I mean, look, drives through, timed it perfectly. The 1-2s, and it was early on Shevchenko, but this fight went back and forth. Nice elbow for Shevchenko. And the jab all night. I mean, that was beautiful with the jab, but Grasso, man, the way that she also was able to floor Shevchenko, the heavy hands that she possesses, it made a difference with every strike. Significant strikes landed is very, very close. And you can see Grasso landed a ton of right hands as well. And the takedowns, the back and forth takedown battle between these two. Epic. The body triangles, the way they were switching it up. Look at this headlock attempt from Shevchenko and the counter from Grasso to get that arm out of there at the last second and switch the rolls, take the back, throw on that body triangle there in that quick scramble. Shevchenko unable to get away, and that's how the fight ended, right there.
Valentina Shevchenko believes she has done enough to regain the flyweight throne. Alexa Grasso trying to put the ultimate finishing touch on this special UFC Fight Night, Noche UFC. I see Bruce Buffer deliberating.
Let's get him in here.
So first meeting between these two women at UFC 285 ended with a face crank in round 4 as Alexa Grasso ended the reign of Shevchenko that included 7 title defenses. And now we'll see who did enough to win the rematch with the decision. Here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Junichiro Kamijo scores the contest, 48-47, Grasso. Sal Diamato scores it, 48-47, Shevchenko. And Mike Bell scores the contest, 47-47. Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is considered a split draw. And still, the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Alexa Grasso.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your champion, Alexa Grasso. Alexa, how good does it feel to fight for your championship on Mexican Independence Day?
Gracias a todos por venir. ¡Viva México!
A draw. Did you think that you had done enough to get the victory? Were you surprised that there was a draw?
Well, I did a lot of damage. All my punches were harder. And yes, I'm the winner.
But it was a draw. Let's take a look at the fight here. You guys put on a phenomenal performance. You guys are going back and forth. When you walked to the center, did you feel like you had done enough, especially with the way the fight ended in the 5th round with you on her back?
Well, yeah, I think I was very close all the time, just doing a lot of damage and always trying to submit it. So yeah, I think I did enough.
This was the fight that you were expecting from the former champion. You guys have a great rivalry. What would you like to do next? Would you like to fight her again to try to put an end to this rivalry?
Well, it depends. You know, I have to talk with my coaches and with my manager, and let's see what's next.
You are a phenomenal champion. You represent your country in the UFC well. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Alexa Grasso.